I am missing some aspects of New York. Can't lie about it. Definitely missing some aspects of New York and some things about New York. And I'm almost 100% sure at this point back to New York. And that is like a lot for me to say, because welcome on YouTube family. My name is Eric. This is the Eric Evolving channel. If you're not yet subscribed, you know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe right now. So, I did my last video about the 5 things that I disliked about living in Florida. And you guys had a lot to say about that. And I appreciate everyone leaving a comment, letting your voices be heard. I appreciate it. If you've not watched that video, go check it out right now. I'll put a link in the description below and you'll see what the video looks like here. So last video I went over 5 things that I disliked about living here in beautiful, sunny Tampa, Florida, or just Florida in general. And one was the weather. Weather could get bad here real fast. 2 was the wildlife. Snakes and alligators, not my thing. Number 3, still searching for that ideal barbershop that could be my chill spot. So that's something that I dislike. 4 is just the access to my Jamaican food, whether it's cooked or just kind of getting to like the supermarket that sells that type of stuff. And number 5 is just the culture. So I went over those 5 things and a lot of people had a lot of things to say. So I wanted to do a video highlighting some of those comments and go over those with you guys quickly. Comment is from my son, gotta big him up. He's my biggest supporter, my biggest fan. Love you, boy. Also want to shout out Showgirls, big supporter. She's saying that I should go live. What do you guys think, man? I don't know. I could hardly kind of do these videos recorded. I don't know how I would do if I was doing live. 4 things that he doesn't like are people not signaling when driving. And I'm from New York. Yeah, I'm kind of used to that. In New York, people are a lot more aggressive than they are here. But also, I'm not on the road as much, so maybe I don't see it as much. And be honest with you, I'm guilty of that sometimes myself, of not signaling when I'm changing lanes or turning or whatever. So that doesn't bother me as much. Barely meeting anyone that's actually from Tampa. I go through the same thing. Most people that I meet are not from here. Anytime you meet someone that's from here, you're like, what? Yeah, it's like surprising. Another thing that he said was the variety in the supermarkets. So I basically just stick to Publix and Walmart, and then anytime I want my Jamaican food, like I said, I go that 20-minute drive to go get me some, Jamaican stuff that I could cook or whatever. And the last thing that he said was lack of Southern tasting food because of the culture. So back to what I was saying is that there's no real culture, man. It's just, as I said, it's just a bunch of people just here chilling. So I kind of get that, you know what I mean? There's not a real culture here. So my man Joseph Oden just made his announcement. He'll be moving down here to Tampa as well. Come on down, Joseph. When I say come on down, I mean it in my Price is Right voice too. Come on down. So what he wants to know where's the best Jamaican food. Man, listen, I'm still searching for that. So you may find it before me. If you do, please let me know. Eyesight says, how could you not mention the horrifying amount of Confederate flags? I'll be perfectly honest with you. I have never seen any since I've been down here. And I said, personally for me, it's different because I am not on the road a lot, especially during the daytime. Like I'm working, and I work from home, so I don't see a lot of stuff. But to touch on that topic a little bit, moving down here, part of what I considered and what I looked into and what I researched was kind of like the climate in the area, you know what I mean? Yeah, with what's going on now, you know, you have to be concerned about what type of areas that you're moving into. So that was a concern of mine, and that's why diversity is always a big thing that I look for anytime I'm going anywhere. So Florida with 5, and you got to go check out their channel. So they asked about the traffic down here in Florida, and they think I should talk more in my Jamaican lingo. So to answer their question, I'm just going to talk in Patois. So, Florida with 5, listen. You see, traffic, because I work from home, the traffic don't really bother me like that, because I'm not really dip on the road when I like rush hour time. Understand? When I rush hour time, most of the time, I work already. I dip on my computer in my house. You know, anytime I see traffic, maybe it's like maybe a day when I have off from work, and you know, I drive, go somewhere in the daytime, I see some traffic, but other than that, I don't really see much traffic. Any of you guys can translate that for them, do that in the comment section down below, right? And then, last but not least, Deneen says, seems like you're missing New York. You think you will move back? And I am missing some aspects of New York. Can't lie about it. Definitely missing some aspects of New York and some things about New York. And those are the things that I dislike about down here, is not having some of those conveniences that I had in New York. But to be perfectly honest, I didn't want to be in New York anymore. So it's like, it's kind of crazy for me to want to bring New York here and to have the same things that I had in New York here. And I'm almost 100% sure at this point that I will not be moving back to New York. And that is like a lot for me to say, because when I think about why I wanted to move, I realize I am doing the right thing. Like, I really wanted to move because I felt like I ran my course in New York. I felt like it was just time to move on. So I've moved on, and I'm gonna stick it out here. I'm gonna stick it out at least another 2 years, but I think it will be last resort that I move back to New York. Things would have to get really bad here for me to move back to New York. Even though I went over things that I dislike about living here, overall, I love living here. And I think you don't realize what you have until you lose it. So if I was to go back to New York, I'd realize what a gem I have by living here in Tampa. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you guys. Leave a comment down below. As I said, if you haven't watched that 5 things that I dislike about Tampa, go ahead and check that video out right now. And I appreciate you guys so much, man. Leave more comments, likes. Yeah, more videos coming soon. I'm trying to see if I could be a little bit better with the editing and all that stuff, so hopefully this works out. But again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.